Hey everyone, it's Martin here again. Um, I just wanted to come and do a quick check-in with you guys for the week, kind of let you know how things are going for me with these non-negotiable daily tasks that I had. I can't lie, I had a really good week. I know I talked a few times about guys giving up and going back out and getting loaded again, but you know what I mean? At the end of the day, regardless of what they do, I'm going to stay clean and keep progressing, because whatever happens with people around me, it don't make two licks of difference, because I got to do what I got to do for me and for those who are watching, and I keep talking about that, like, be mindful and lead well, because there's people watching you, people who are depending on me to accomplish the things that I say I want to do to become the man that I need to be. And so at the end of the day, it doesn't matter really what anybody else does around me, because I'm responsible for me. It's always been interesting how people say things to you and you hear them, but you don't really pay too much attention to it. You don't give too much mind. And then sometimes somebody else will come and say the same thing to you, and you're like, oh, now I hear it. It's interesting how things get said, and a couple of people can say it to you, and you just kind of brush it off like it ain't no big deal. But all of a sudden now it clicks, and it's like, holy cow, I should have been listening a long time ago. I could have been way farther than I am now. And my wife has always been telling me, you need to set a scheduled time to get your workouts done, because people will always find ways to interfere with my schedule and my life if I let them. And I help anywhere from 20 to 30, 35 guys at a time in our homes, and so I can find myself always having someone to help, somewhere to go, something to do, and not getting the things I need to. And what I've been finding is I've been getting my 2 workouts in, but not the way I want to, right? Not with the intensity or the volume or any of that stuff that I need to be focusing on, because I talk about wanting to train and not just work out. Like, I have intentionality and purpose behind what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, I'd really like to be a national champion. But I need to set my time, because it only enhances my other non-negotiables, right? They're only made better when I commit specifically to certain things. And so I get up every day at 4:30, without doubt, right? That happens. But some days I don't want to get out of bed. I'm dragging, I'm rolling around, I'm like, I'm awake and I'm up so that I can say that I am, but I'm not functional, moving the way I should be. So what I want to do now is my first workout, my run, my walk, my whatever I'm doing that day to kind of get my blood flow, needs to happen at 4:45. Get up by 4:30, be out the door by 4:45, getting blood flowing. Second workout needs to happen at 8 o'clock. Reason being is Wes Watson used to always talk about the guys who work out later in the day and how they be thinking about it all the time. Like, I still got to get that workout. I still got to get that workout. And he goes, and what happens is you don't function at the high frequency that you need to be during the day, because you're always thinking about something else, which brings your frequency down. So you can't, because you're not focused on what you're doing, because you're thinking about needing to still get that workout in. He goes, so if you get those workouts done early, then you're good. So if I get 4:45 and 8 o'clock and I can get my morning cardio in and get my lifting in, then we're good, because then the rest of the day is all about business and family. And that's what I need to start doing. The other thing I wanted to kind of adjust on the fly here is my eating. I haven't been eating bad. I've actually been eating really good. And I was telling my wife earlier today, like, I feel more primal right now. I've been eating a lot of red meat. Don't hate, okay? Red meat is good for you. Lots of vitamins and nutrition in it. There's not a whole lot in chicken, but I will eat chicken too. But I've been feeling more primal, more full, like masculine, like feeling like masculine, right? And I enjoy that feeling, so I'm gonna keep eating that way. But what I want to do is I want to be more mindful of my portion sizes, because I like to sit down and eat a pound of meat. No matter what meat I'm eating, I want a pound of it. And so I was listening to a podcast the other day with Tom Bilyeu, who's like the founder of Quest, like protein bars and stuff like that. And the guy he was speaking with was Peter Attia, and Peter Attia was telling him that people need to be more mindful of the amount of protein they're taking in each sitting, because if you don't take in enough, your body can't use it. And if you use too much or take too much protein in, your body wastes it. He's like, and so like the sweet number is like 40 to 50 grams of protein per serving. Anything over that's just wasted. He said anything under 30, it's not enough to create that protein synthesis for that muscle growth that you're looking for when you're working out. And so in order for me to do that, then I need to be taking in roughly between 250 to 350 grams of protein a day. So that's anywhere between 5 and 7 meals that I need to be eating every day. Now, they don't have to be full meals. I don't need to have a scoop of rice or vegetables or anything like that with it, but I need to be getting that protein in. So what I was kind of looking at is 8 ounces of just about any meat will get me the 40 to 50 grams that I'm looking for. So servings of 8 ounces every time that I eat. They said don't take more than a 2 hour, or don't go longer than 4 hours, but wait at least 2 hours before your next serving. So I need to be getting in 5 to 7 meals every 2 to 4 hours to get that protein that I'm looking for. Then we're good, right? Now we're moving. If I can make those 2 adjustments, everything else has been working out pretty good. I've been getting my gallon of water in. I've been getting my study time in. I've been praying, but I haven't been praying with my wife like I said I wanted to start. So I need to be more mindful of that this coming week going into it, that I want to be incorporating her into that portion. So she does a little meditation time, probably about 5 or 6 in the morning. So once I get home from taking the guys that I take to work in the morning, because I leave with the first guy at 5:30, when I get back by 7, if she's still here, I can have my prayer time with her. And if it has to be, then between the 4:30 and 4:45, because she gets up too, maybe I can get that prayer time in with her as well. So, but yeah, I mean, everything else has been working out pretty good. One of the things that I want to talk about that I haven't really talked about is like one of the real goals that I have for my life, like bucket list kind of things, is I want to speak Spanish. I know I've been saying it for years, and I've always had a lot of shame in my world being a Mexican who didn't speak Spanish, right? It's caused me a lot of heartache personally not being able to speak Spanish, and that's one of the things that I want to do, and right, and just like we talked about, like always saying I was going to do something, I have Rosetta Stone online training, lifetime, already paid for it. I have Babbel, lifetime training, already paid for it, but I never use them, right? And I need to, right? Like I feel like I would change as a person if I could speak Spanish. Not because I speak Spanish. Well, yeah, because I speak Spanish, but there's just something about it in me. Like, there's something about it that I feel like would be complete in me if I did it. And maybe that's a hollow feeling. Maybe that's not real. Maybe once I learn to speak Spanish, I'll be like, why did I even feel that way? But inside of me, I feel like there's something that like is missing because I can't. And I don't know. We'll find out, right? When I get there, we'll find out, because it's something that I've always wanted to do. And I've been telling my wife constantly, I've been telling my kids and everybody, I'm going to speak Spanish one day. I even have friends who are predominantly Spanish speaking. They speak English, but like their Spanish is their first language. They said, I would go to church if you would speak Spanish. I'm like, what? See, look, I'm all right. And it's not that they won't go to church, period. But they're telling me like that's something that would drive them to want to do that, right? Like, if you can speak Spanish and preach in Spanish, I'll go to church. So I need to, right? I need to. I just have to do it. And so that's what I want to do. You know what I mean? But outside of that, like, everything has been going really good. I know I've spoken a few days about guys going back out. I've had a really good week. You know what I mean? I got to see, like I said yesterday, my son and my daughter-in-law, sign papers to buy a house, and shout out to them again. She said she watched the YouTube channel this morning to see me talk about it. She was grateful for it. But at the end of the day, I had a really good week, and I'm grateful for that. And I want to keep moving forward, because if I can just get 1% better every day, right? Because you're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're never staying the same. If I can get 1% better every day, that I'm going to be the man that I want to be, right? I am. One day I will be the man that I needed in my life because somebody else needs him. I will. And I just need to do the work necessary to get there. And so what was told to me is that God loves me. And I want to let you know that God loves you. And I love you. And I hope that you have a great day, and God bless you.